I scored above 300 in JAMB and yet still wasn't admitted into my course of choice. The school didn't even give me fishery or plant science. Sha, if they gave me, I for reject am o. And trust me, it wasn't because I didn't try, but because of a simple mistake I could have corrected immediately after my JAMB exam. And I know many of you watching this video are about to make that exact same mistake. So if you don't want to start saying, if I had known, if I had known, if I had known, please watch this video to the very end. Hi, my name is Chisom Eluche and I'm a medicine student at the University of Port Harcourt. On this channel, I share everything JAM and university related. So please, if you know you're watching this video, please do me a favor by subscribing to my channel. I've noticed that a lot of you watch my videos, but to subscribe is a problem. Please subscribe to my channel, I beg. It's free. You're not paying a dime to do that, okay? So now let's get back into the video. Now, here are 5 things you must do immediately after seeing your JAMB score. Firstly, accept your score. Stop saying JAMB was dashing people marks. I know what I wrote. That is not my real score. My brother, my sister, that is your score. Because the earlier you accept your score, the earlier you can start planning your next move. And let me tell you something, crying won't change your score. Posting JAMB is a scam won't change your score. What to change your situation right now is your strategy, how to use your score to get what you want. If you know you scored below your expectation, I know it's painful, I understand. But you should not start comparing yourself with your friends because you don't know what they wrote, you don't know how they prepared, and you don't even know whether their score will help them gain admission. So stop stressing yourself. Now, I'm not saying you should be happy with a low score. No, what I'm saying is that you should accept your score so you can think clearly. Because the people that scored 320 and above might not still gain admission, while others that scored 250 might still enter into the university simply because they planned well. So your score is not the end of the world. And yes, if you scored low, maybe it's because you were not following my channel early enough. But anyways, it's not too late. Now that you have accepted your score, let me shock you. Depending on the school you chose and the course requirements, do you know that with that score, you can still gain admission into medicine and surgery, nursing, pharmacy, engineering, and whatever course of your choice. But this depends on your school choice, your O-level results, your post-UTME performance, and how smart you are with your admission strategy. So accept your score first, because if you're still in denial, you cannot plan. Now, the second thing you must do, you must do, is to upload your O-level results. What do I mean by O-level results? Your WAEC, your NECO, or your GCE results. Make sure you upload it to your JAMB portal, because even if you scored 400 over 400, and so long as you do not upload your O-level results, no school will consider you for admission. Now, regarding your O-level result, there is something called subject combination. What do I mean by subject combination? Now, if you're applying for medical courses like medicine and surgery, nursing, pharmacy, med lab, or any medical related course, you must have a credit pass. What do I mean by credit pass? C6 and above. Like, you must have an A, B, or C in mathematics, English, physics, chemistry, and biology. From D to F, if you have any of these subjects, D, E, or F, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you have to retake or receipt for WAEC or NECO again. So don't take it lightly. I know many of you might be asking, how do I upload my O-level results? Well, it's very simple. You can just go to any JAMB accredited center or where you registered for your JAMB and tell them you want to upload your O-level results, you want to upload your WAEC results, and it's cost nothing less than 4,000 or 3,000 or even 2,000 naira, and they will upload it for you. Then you check your JAMB portal and see if it has reflected. Do you understand? So please don't joke with this. The third thing to do is to be strategic with your choice of institution, because your JAMB score is not just a number. It determines your option, determines your chances, and determines the course you will study. Now, let me be honest with you. If you apply for medicine and surgery in a federal university, to be on a safer side, the best you could do is to score above 300 in JAMB. Now, I'm not saying scoring less than 300, you're not going to get admission with that, but scoring above 300 is going to put you on a safer side and it's going to reduce stress for you. For medicine and surgery, most top federal universities are really very competitive, and you're generally looking at 300 and above to be on a safe side. But for nursing and pharmacy, the cutoff might be a bit lower. Some federal universities can take about 280, 270 and above. This depends on the year, the course, and the competition. Now, So nursing gives you a slightly wider chance compared to medicine and surgery, but it is still very competitive. Now, if you scored somewhat around 250 to 260, you still have options. Some state university consider slightly lower scores for medical related courses. I know of Rivers State University, I know of Abia State University, I know of Imo State University, I know of Ebonyi State University. These are the ones I know. There are still others that might accept scores around 240, 250, 260. Do you understand? These schools, in most cases, are a little more flexible than the federal schools. Now, we have top federal schools like your University of Ibadan, University of Calabar, University of Benin, University of Port Harcourt. Now, these schools, to be on a very safe side, like I said, you have to score above 300. Now, I'm not saying scoring above 300 will guarantee you admission. You can still score above 300 and still not gain admission. It happens. So, if you don't use your score wisely, if you don't perform well in post-UTME, if you're not strategic, my dear, you can lose your admission even with your 350. I've seen cases where students score very high in JAM, but because they lagged behind, they didn't perform well in post-UTME, and they weren't strategic with their scores, they lost their admission. So the truth is simple: it's JAM that gives you the opportunity. Why is strategy that gives you admission? Now, the next step, and one of the most important step, is to start preparing for your post-UTME examination. Now, what do you mean by post-UTME examination? Post-UTME examination is an exam you write after your UTME JAMB exam. Now, this is conducted by the school you apply to and not generally by JAMB. So it is an internal exam and not a general exam. Some schools conduct post-UTME while others do not conduct post-UTME. Instead, they use your O-level results and your JAMB score as a criteria for your admission. Now, for those of you that apply to schools that conduct post-UTME examination, you have a very big advantage. Why? Because this is an opportunity you have to cover up any weakness in your JAMB score. But do you know that this is the part where most students make mistake? They relax after their JAMB examination, having known the fact that your admission is still not certain, especially those of you that score 300. Oh, you have passed JAMB, you're feeling like Melin. You now relax and feel like since you passed JAMB, you can still smash post-UTME. My dear, if you do not continue reading, you will not pass post-UTME. For those of you that apply to schools that do online screening, I know you're happy, no stress, no coming to write an examination again. You're not left out. You can still gain admission based on your JAMB score. Now, for those of you writing post-UTME, this message is especially for you. It's you I'm talking to now. This is your chance to prove yourself again. This is your chance to show them that you can do it. You can score very high. Okay, so if you scored a quite lower score in JAMB, you can still smash post-UTME and gain your admission. Do you understand? Now, let me be honest with you, post-UTME is not always the same for all schools. There are some schools that set about 30 questions, 50 questions, 100 questions with a very limited time range. There are some school post-UTME that are very straightforward, like ABCD. It's very easy. You understand? So, like I've written Abia State University post-UTME. As of that time they were conducting post-UTME, I scored 84. It was just so easy, and that was what helped me to secure admission into my nursing course. Okay, I've also written Uniport post-UTME, and the school's post-UTME was mind-blowing. It was difficult. I'm not going to lie to you, it was so difficult. The time range was very little and the questions were much. There was even mathematics, no calculator. So you can understand that post-UTME differs in schools. Okay, it all just depends on the school, so you just have to be prepared. But I feel like post-UTME questions are just mainly JAMB related. Okay, unless they just want to suffer you, it's just mainly JAMB related. Now, I'll be dropping a video very soon on everything you need to know about University of Port Harcourt post-UTME. So if you know you're applying for post-UTME, or you know somebody that knows somebody that is applying for post-UTME, tell them to stay glued to my channel, because I will soon post the video on everything you need to know about the school's post-UTME and how to smash it, like how to score above 300. There is no calculator, so I'm going to tell you how to do it. Okay, so just stay tuned, and I'm also going to tell you how to prepare effectively for your post-UTME exam. Now, the next thing to do is to be very time cautious and stay updated. I know you have written JAMB, but don't relax. Don't relax. Some of you have written JAMB, I'm like, I'm done. No more JAMB again. My sister, you have to be very updated. You have to know when Post-UTME form is coming out. You have to know when the registration is starting. You have to know when deadlines, when first batch, second batch. You have to be very updated. Now, how do you do that? There are aspirant group. Your school has an aspirant group where you can join and get useful information. Don't just wait for your mother to do everything for you, okay? Now, in those aspirant group you join, you will see admins that will be telling you, I can work your admission for you. They will be telling you that a lot of people have gotten scammed from people working at the admission for them. Do not fall into their trap, that they are the legit ones that will help you to get admission. They don't listen to them. All of them are scam. All of them. So you have to be very strategic. Do not pay your money to anybody you don't know, unless that person is tested and trusted. You know that person personally, and you know the person that he worked the admission for, okay, before you pay your money. And also, if you're applying for a competitive course like law, medicine, pharmacy, any competitive course, and your school's first batch has been released, second batch has been released, and your name is not still on any of these badges, you have to switch institution or switch to a lower course, because there's every possibility that you might not get the admission. Yes, I was once a victim. After first batch, you don't even have to wait for second batch, but if you can wait for, no problem. After first, second batch, if your name is not on the list, you have to do something about it, unless you have to resit for JAMB the following year. So stay updated, stay alert, and do not miss any important information. So if you're still watching this video up to this point, please subscribe to my channel. There's nothing there to subscribe to my channel. Just press the subscribe button, and that's all. So thank you for watching this video, and have a great day. I will see you in my next video. Bye.